You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
We hit the music of tonight's stars of the show, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Welcome, everybody. Bing is for doing, and we are here once again doing another SmackDown AfterBuzz for you tonight. I am Christian the Rose Rosenberg here once again for all my Rosebuds, but as always, never doing the show alone. Across the table from me, I got Miss Kaori Takee. How are you, my dear?
I'm good. No sunglasses, but the better to see you all.
All right, and then the man who did get the shade memo, Mr. Romore, celebrating his Alabama Crimson Tide of last weekend.
Yes, roll tide. It was close, but we still rolling.
Yeah, we had a crazy week when you go with the unpredictability Night of Champions pay-per-view to the questions being led to Raw, and now over here to SmackDown. And I guess we gotta discuss the fact that that predictions title is not here right now.
Hey man,
We don't need to discuss it.
No. There is something I need to touch on it. Johnny LaQuasto, the host of Raw, I give credit where credit is due. He successfully got 6 out of 7 matches correct. He won the title fair and square. I handed it to him. I congratulated him. All that fun stuff. But then on Monday Night Raw AfterBuzz, John LaQuasto holds up the title and says, "I won," and I quote, "whatever you call this." Jonathan LaQuasto, that is the AfterBuzz World Heavyweight Predictions Championship of the world. That's the most prestigious title in all the AfterBuzz wrestling shows. And he doesn't know what it's called.
Isn't it the only title?
I think
That's not important.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We got rid of the Cruiserweight Tag Team titles a while ago.
Oh, man, I missed that?
Yeah, before your time. I think Kidman and somebody have them.
Yeah, usually.
But yeah, LaQuasto, Battleground. That title's coming back to SmackDown. Anyway.
That'll be me.
Yeah, whatever. I'm going to be the first 2-time predictions champ.
She's still the longest reigning.
Yeah, shut up. Let's get into SmackDown now. Hailing from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, I got to read notes now. Sure, I should take the shade.
Yeah, you should probably take the shade
Now that I
off.
got to read.
Go ahead, Stevie Wonder. Read it.
All right, so we got Cincinnati, Ohio. We start things off with the recap from Raw with all the craziness of Triple H taking the title away from Daniel Bryan and that whole melee with Randy Orton. And then they also showed a clip of this. It's almost like a new weekly segment they're doing on WWE.com that I absolutely love. It's Michael Cole every week sitting down in like some nice office with Triple H interviewing him. And it's just, I think it's so great because I am absolutely loving this Triple H. Because he's obviously a heel.
Yeah.
But he's still being mean to the heels. He is just like the worst boss you could ask for.
Worst boss ever.
He's a good boss. It's like almost like he's fair, but he's not.
Exactly,
yeah.
because he's still being mean to everyone else, and
every single person.
And we see that later on tonight as well. And the show officially starts off with Vickie Guerrero in the ring, saying that tonight is going to be the most astounding, thrilling, and entertaining SmackDown of all time. So the three of us are like, all right,
Let's
we're
see if
going
it
to have
lives
a
up to the hype.
record-breaking SmackDown this week?
I don't get
We'll
excited
see.
for those type of statements. Tony Schiavone taught me well. I will not fall for it again.
Tony Schiavone said this would be the best Nitro of all time every Monday night.
Week. Yeah. I still don't get excited. Now when someone tells me it's the most exciting whatever, I don't know.
Well, overall, I wouldn't say this was the greatest one of all time, but it was a very good SmackDown.
It was a good
Yeah,
show.
it was good.
It was very exciting.
Entertaining.
Better
And
losses.
Vickie goes to introduce the laughing stock of the WWE, and no, it's not Hornswoggle. just in case people were questioning that she was going to kick off the show, bringing out Hornswoggle to the ring. But no, it is Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan comes out. Vickie and Daniel have a nice little exchange of words. Daniel Bryan, one line that really stuck out to me, he was like, I would rather be a champion for one day than a shrill corporate suck-up for my entire life.
Dun, dun, dun.
Taking a nice little shot there at
shot.
Vickie.
She also did point out, I don't know if you're about to go through that, though.
No, go ahead.
The records with Bob Backlund, and we were
Yes.
questioning that at first.
Well, we were questioning because Bob Backlund held the WWE title for 2,000 and some odd days. And in our minds, I'm thinking, I know Bruno Sammartino. I know Backlund was the second longest reign of all time.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like that's Sammartino. I don't think Backlund held for that long. And then we looked
But
up,
he
and sure
did.
enough, he did.
Impressive.
I'm just like, I knew he held it for several years, but I didn't realize it was
Mhm.
over
It's
6
like
years.
2,100 plus, something like that.
2,100 something days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just insane to think of.
Mhm.
And then she brought CM Punk, held it for 434 days.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan held
Like-
it for one night.
Yeah, one night.
I don't even think it was a
Period.
full night.
Yeah, was it? How long was it? We should.
It was
go
less
back
than
and-
24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel
go back and
Bryan's
look.
2 reigns as WWE champion combined for less than 24 hours.
This is a
Yes,
shame.
that is a fact.
It is a fact,
Yes.
which is hilarious. And Vickie Guerrero announces a match that is going to happen tonight that we've really never had before. So Daniel Bryan plus the 10 other people that helped him on Raw, you're going to compete in an 11-on-3 gauntlet match. Now, we've had gauntlet matches,
but not like that.
but not like all 3 members of the Shield in the ring at once, and the other 11 men, one at a time,
Yeah,
come
I mean,
in to
sounds
take
exciting
them on.
enough.
I love this.
Mhm.
I was like, this is different. We haven't had this, and you're essentially feeding these guys who did something that committed a wrong according to the higher
According
ups,
to the office.
sending them to detention,
Yeah.
and their
this
detention
your
is getting
punishment.
beat down by the Shield. Then we kick off the actual matches, the action on SmackDown, 2nd week in a row. First match on SmackDown, Divas match.
Yep. And AJ was in it, so don't look at me for complaints.
No, this one was
Naomi was in it too.
And this was a great match.
This one was definitely better than last week's.
Yeah.
Naomi versus AJ. Naomi still sporting the attire that she wore at Night of Champions.
That's a fantastic outfit.
Yes,
Which
it is.
Oh,
it is
great. The ponytail, and she starts whipping it like that. It's so fun. I love it.
Let me put it this way, Naomi, you're getting the guys and the girl to praise this outfit. Good job.
Yeah, she
Keep
brought sexy back with
it.
that one.
She
Keep
really
it.
did.
She brought
Mhm.
sexy back.
A fun match, like we kind of talked about last week. You know, you want to find some people with high energy to really open the show up, and we didn't really think Divas would be like the right answer for it. But Naomi and AJ did a good job at it.
Yeah.
They it was a
Yeah.
great pairing for it.
Let's point out that like AJ is saying she's going to take out the Total Divas one by one. I like it.
And apparently we're starting with
We
Naomi.
started, yeah.
Natalia on commentary.
She's probably gonna be last.
this
Natalia.
time
What's
this
gonna
time her
happen with-
mic's working.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
And what's gonna happen with Cameron though?
Cameron will get
I
crushed.
thought about that. I was
Yeah.
like, what if Cameron actually was the one to beat the Divas champ? That would be crazy and unpredictable.
No,
Do it.
it's
It'd
gonna
be
be
crazy.
We all know it's gonna be Eva Marie.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Do
it
not say
probably
that.
will, sadly.
But yeah, this match fun. Like
Mm.
right away, right at the beginning of the match,
Enjoy your
Naomi
tickets.
goes for a springboard and jumps right into a roundhouse kick by
Yeah.
AJ. And then they go at it. Naomi eventually makes a comeback, hits her rear view, but does not get the 3 count, and eventually leads to AJ locking in the Black Widow. Naomi having to slap AJ's high thigh
Just thighs, fine.
to tap out.
It was thigh area.
Yeah, to
High
tap
thigh
out.
area.
I
for
just
the
noticed a
submission
thigh.
win.
I'm sorry, but
But the key thing that kind of was throwing me off in this was when Natalia in commentary, Natalia was coming off like the tone of voice that
Mhm.
she was doing.
She was. a
She was
little-
coming off heelish.
just a little
Yeah.
bit.
I
Just a
like
little.
it.
I mean,
I'm sorry, but I like it.
no, I like it too. But the question is, what are they trying to do? Like, are they trying to turn AJ around because they shouldn't?
No,
It's-
do not turn her
I
around.
hope they don't, but remember what I said last week? That was last week, right? With the beat now. Yeah, that was last week with the Divas.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Where
she.
AJ was left
Yeah.
in the middle of the
Mhm.
ring with all the Total Divas staring down at her. And I said, be careful because you're going to end up getting sympathy vote for AJ.
Uh-huh.
And now with Natalya, doing what she's doing, especially the way she sounded tonight, and you look at her and you see she looks like a heel. Like she's a beautiful woman, but she looks like a heel. She's built like a heel. She's built like a heel woman wrestler. That's what she looks like.
And she was bringing up her heritage on the commentaries, like, yeah, I was born into this.
Yeah.
It's just like that's a heelish thing to say.
I just felt like it's drama. It's drama sounding from the Total Divas.
Well, shocking, the Total Divas
I
and
know.
drama. What?
Divas and drama.
That never happens.
That's out of the ordinary.
And then we hop right from that into another match where we got the Real Americans in the ring, so Kaori's happy.
Yeah. It
Which is
keeps
true.
happening that way, doesn't it?
It does.
He also has an Instagram now, guys.
Antonio Cesaro, we
Exactly.
found out, now has an Instagram. Kaori is happy.
Check him
And
out.
she watched the tout video,
20
6
times?
times? Yeah, something like that. It was ridiculous.
Hey.
And all it is
I
is
couldn't
him.
hear.
It's him walking by saying, "I'm on Instagram now."
Yeah,
that's
that's all it was.
all it is.
And she's
I
like,
just
but look
couldn't
at the
hear
way he says it. Like, just stop it. He's wearing a flag and spandex, for God's sake. Just let
That's
it.
all he needs. Flag and spandex. Come over to my house.
Okay,
And
we'll
this
make sure.
is to an interesting place.
We'll make sure Josh is not home.
Yeah, we'll
Hey,
we'll
Jo-
take
I
him out
think
for
Josh
drinks.
would like him too.
Okay, moving
well,
on.
okay. Well, all right.
This is a TV PG show.
Don't know where that went.
My rosebuds don't want to hear about this, Kaori.
All right.
They didn't ask for it.
Showtime Josh is going to have something to say about that later. Anyway,
Zeb Coulter wants to give Santino a pizza, his mind,
And I was the only one laughing.
you thought it was cute.
I
and
thought it was funny.
because it wasn't.
Pizza is mine. I'm going to use that on somebody.
Okay, and they're gonna look at
Italian.
you and be like, "Why?"
She even the funny thing was she actually admitted it was corny as
Soon as
said
she
it.
laughed, she's like, "Yeah, that was corny, but it was funny."
It's
I like
funny.
that stuff. It's like pirate jokes. Arr. Like that stuff.
Well, Talk Like a Pirate Day was yesterday. This match goes on. This match pretty short and quick. Crowd does not honestly seem into it at all.
Yeah.
But as far as the fans at home, I think part of that reason is the commentators spend the entire time talking about the CM Punk issues.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about the actual match, talking about, hey, a couple weeks ago, Santino defeated Cesaro.
Yes, he did.
Hey, you know what? Once upon a time, Swagger and Santino had a long feud for the United States title. Hey, the Real Americans had a great showing on the Night of Champions pre-show. None of that.
Nothing.
Right.
And then Santino defeats Swagger out of nowhere with a backslide, which is the first
Backslide.
time that somebody won with a backslide, I think, in about 30 years.
Yeah.
And then Santino runs up the ramp in celebration. Santino has defeated both Real Americans,
It's
and
kind
Zeb
of-
is angry.
I was a little frustrated with this match because it's just kind of almost like a joke. I just didn't like it.
Oh my God! Are you saying the Real Americans tag team it could be a joke?
No, I'm just saying that it's unfair that they both lose to him. But anyway.
Well, he just came back, so they got to start
Yeah.
pushing him.
It's a push.
Yeah.
I know, but I want the Real Americans to get a bigger push.
Well,
Still.
well, the only way this could hurt the Real Americans in any way is if all suddenly on Raw, Santino gets Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
just gets squashed. Like all of a sudden, give him these couple big wins, and then no, we're just gonna destroy you.
We're here.
Well, we'll get to them.
We'll get to them.
But we got to talk about Ryback versus Nick Nardoni.
Yes, Nick
Nardoni.
Nardoni, the best.
I hope he trended.
Yeah. He didn't.
He might have.
The
Maybe.
greatest wrestler on. Where is he from?
From
I'm guessing Cincinnati
The,
because that's where they were.
all right, the best wrestler
Somewhere
on
in that
2nd
area.
Street in Cincinnati. I guess I don't know.
I want to give Nardoni some credit.
yeah,
He's got a good look to him. He's a little guy.
Yeah.
But he's got a good look to him.
he does.
He had good facial reactions to
Yep.
what Heyman was saying. I was on. Obviously, it was a complete squash match. I was impressed by this local guy.
He got a couple jabs there, whatever.
He got a punch in.
yeah. Like 1.5, I
Yeah.
think.
But before the match, we have Paul Heyman being wheeled down in the wheelchair
Yeah.
with Ryback and Axel. And Rome, please say what you said in the screen room because it was perfect how Axel looked.
Yeah, Paul Heyman looked like Montgomery Burns,
And
and
Curtis Axel?
Curtis Axel looked like Smithers.
he was
Smithers.
he was all suited up. This is the first time I think we've ever seen Axel in a suit.
Yeah,
And he just has this huge grin on his
Just-
face
gigantic
while
grin.
wheeling Heyman down the ramp.
And it was so funny to look at it. Axel smiling at Heyman and Heyman smiling at Ryback.
Yeah.
Just a triangle.
Heyman is
teeth.
smitten.
Yeah.
Heyman's got a schoolgirl crush on Ryback,
Yep.
which is awesome.
Not helping that whole Curtis Axel
I'm
Heyman
loving
guy
this so much.
thing.
We said months ago, back when we were doing main event, that the one thing that Ryback really needed, and this was before the whole bully gimmick.
Yeah.
The one thing that Ryback needed was a voice, and Heyman would work well with him.
Oh yeah.
And it's now
It's happening.
Another form of proof that they watch and they listen.
I think for me, Ryback is one of the wrestlers I usually go back and forth between liking or disliking a wrestler, but Ryback since this year, I haven't ever disliked his shtick.
Well,
I've always enjoyed
this
him.
bully thing that he started was exactly what he needed.
Yeah, he
and
needed
now
something.
taking that with Heyman, and now you're throwing CM Punk feud into the fire.
Yep.
This is the Ryback I've been waiting for since he debuted.
It's a perfect fit.
It really is.
It's Ryback won't be overshadowed in the way that Curtis Axel was overshadowed in this. I mean, this is a guy who
Ryback's a legit main eventer.
Yeah, and a year ago he was main eventing shows with CM Punk.
Yeah, it's just they were reversed. Punk was the heel.
Yeah, and now you get it this way.
And now he's overshadowing Curtis Axel.
Yeah, and hey, I don't look at me. I said that would happen.
No, I said Curtis Axel is fine as the Intercontinental Champion and should feud with someone for the title. So Ryback, do your thing with Punk. Let's find somebody for Axel.
You keep supporting Smithers.
I'm going to support Smithers because I like him. I was always a fan of Smithers on The Simpsons as well. But meanwhile,
Smithers.
the match, the 5-star classic match between Ryback and Nick Nardoni happened.
Man, it was
like
amazing.
we said, Nardoni got a punch.
How long did it last?
Less
I
than
think it was
a
like
minute.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
I wish we timed it. It was
Yeah, we
should
should
have.
it was under a minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 48 seconds.
Less time
Wow,
to pop
that's
some
a
popcorn.
random
So
number.
yes.
Yeah, because I had to give the 3 count in there, so 45 seconds.
Which
plus
really,
3.
if you put a 3 count to a stopwatch, it's about 2 seconds.
Yeah, really.
The more you know. Ryback destroys him. Shell shock. Match over.
And it's done.
Heyman happy. Heyman
We
is
happy.
happy with his crush.
And we happy.
His heart is
He's gonna be happy for a while.
beating very, very quickly in joy.
Yeah.
Randy Orton comes to the ring to talk, which all of us was like, bathroom break?
He's got to stop
We might have
talking.
time for the popcorn after all.
Yeah, perfect. Nick Nardoni right into an Orton promo. Orton, see, that's the thing. Orton is great in the ring.
Absolutely. Phenomenal.
His pacing is great. His look is phenomenal.
Can work with anybody.
Yeah, work with anybody you throw him in there with. But on the mic, it's just something. He's like the most charismatic person I've ever seen.
It was a very long promo, too, for him. I mean,
And here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
It really wasn't that long.
It
Yeah, it
felt
It was only
long.
a couple
Felt
minutes.
long.
It felt really long.
Who
I mean,
wrote it?
I was looking at pictures of
You-
young Orton.
Are you talking about who wrote the line "scorched earth"?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to know.
I was looking
Yeah,
at
it
young
was
Orton
so bad.
to get through it.
She was looking at pictures of Orton when he originally showed up in the WWE.
She was like, "Oh, that's the same guy."
yeah.
No way. Oh, my God.
And then I did enjoy though they showed footage of the recap of Raw of him destroying Miz
Yeah.
because I can't get enough of watching Miz's parents. Miz's mother does a great job crying, showing concern, and Miz's dad doesn't look like he has any idea what's going on.
He was like, all right.
It's just kinda,
Just the same. Mhm.
are we supposed to frown or smile? What am I supposed to do?
Am I still on camera? What's going on?
I think I'm still on camera.
All right.
It makes you wonder how Miz got all of the Miz.
He got it from his mama.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
but
well,
she
it's-
could
it's
act.
hilarious
She did
because
some acting.
You didn't even need to see both of them. If you just saw his dad, you're like, "That's Mrs. Dad."
Yeah.
If you just saw his mom, that's Mrs. Mom.
Yeah.
Like he looks
He looks just like both of them.
just like them.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Like everyone's got some similarities to their parents, but that was to me extreme how
Yeah.
many he had there.
And it was just funny seeing his dad just emotionless. Just,
Mm.
yeah, that just happened. Okay, can I get popcorn now? Huh? Nope. All right.
Oh,
well.
I gotta stay out here a couple more minutes. All right. Well, Orton was talking about how he locked away that viper, that like the killer instinct that he had,
Yeah.
because he didn't think people liked it. Really?
Brother, I know.
Like,
Come on.
Oh, because people didn't like it, I'm gonna stop doing it. But once he got the okay from Stephanie McMahon and Triple H to bring it back out,
let it back out.
now he's ready to like go unleashed. And then
We'll see about that.
And then he mentions at Battleground, I promise not to be your WWE champion, but to be my WWE champion. That doesn't make much sense.
He was trying.
But neither the entire promo,
No.
really. The most entertaining part of the promo was looking at the footage of the Miz.
I gotta ask, how many stars would you guys give this promo?
The promo?
This promo?
I'm hard on promos.
And I'm all about promos because I can't
Yeah.
wrestle.
I love promos.
All I
That's
do
why
is a
judge 'em
promo.
so hard. I would, man, out of what?
5.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're going first on this one, Rome.
Man, I give that a 1.
All right.
I'm gonna be considerate and give it a 1.5.
Okay. I would give it a 1 as well.
It just didn't scream like
It didn't scream, I'm in the main event of the
Yeah.
next pay-per-view in a few weeks.
We've seen Cena on bad days hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
Just and people hate him.
Yeah.
But I don't
I
get
mean,
it.
I can't stand the Cena goofy promos,
Yeah.
but the goofy promos I find more entertaining than
Oh yeah.
the Randy
Than,
Orton
than
promos.
the serious Randy Orton promo
Yeah.
that we got today.
I don't know. It's just always been something with him. It's not, and the thing is, it's not like he's bad at it because like he's articulate
Yeah.
and
He speaks
for the
well,
most part he
yeah.
speaks well, works well. It's just the delivery he's just always naturally had.
Yeah. It's he delivers his promos with the same pacing of his matches.
But the matches are fun.
Yeah, I know, because you can be methodical in a match. You can't be methodical in a promo unless your name is Jake the Snake Roberts.
That's a very fair point. How many baby faces can only talk at like this volume the entire
The whole time.
and everyone listens to every single word you say.
And it's picture perfect.
Yeah. Let's go to the gauntlet, shall we?
Okay.
Gauntlet time. All 3 members of the Shield in the ring, just waiting for their victims. Victim 1, Darren Young. Less than a minute in the ring.
Yeah, didn't last long.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you're running in the ring against 3 guys that have not wrestled yet.
Yeah.
yeah, they're fresh.
It's 3-on-1. It's not the tag rules. They're all in the ring at once. Oh, by the way, and Vickie's out at ringside as well, sitting, enjoying her creation. So Darren Young gets destroyed.
They ripped off his little shirt, the Know
His
Your
little
Worth shirt.
I know, it's a nice shirt.
It was a cool shirt, and then the way he got beat down and it got ripped off of him, it was kind of like, oh, that's his little shirt. Yeah, it just went, yeah.
So you weren't like poor Darren. You're like, oh, his poor shirt.
Yeah, actually, I felt worse on the shirt because I knew what would happen to Darren. I didn't think they ripped the shirt off of him. Come on, guys.
Right, so yeah, Darren got speared within a minute by Reigns, got pinned. Titus is the next one. Titus had some fight. He got some shots in, working his way because he is taller than all 3
He's
of
bigger
them.
than all of them. Yeah.
But eventually the numbers game picks up. Triple power bomb. He lasted maybe close to 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I just gotta say, he looks so good. He's like
Titus?
maybe second to Cesaro for me.
You wanna put him
Really?
on your list,
Titus
too?
O'Neil's number 2 to you.
Just the way he looks, yeah. On
Wow.
the physical level.
You know who he's dating right now?
Are you who is he dating?
Omarosa.
Oh, that's right. Okay, maybe he's not second. All right, that's
And
Retract.
Wow, Titus.
killed
Retract.
Titus, you got dropped in Corey's rankings for who you date.
it. That because
That's
a
not
woman
cool.
will
It makes
judge you
sense.
by that type of stuff.
That's not cool.
hey, men do that too.
That's true, but we're
Yeah.
not as picky.
That's probably not true. Depends on the man, huh,
Yeah.
Christian?
I agree with everything Rome just said. Ziggler, number 3. So we're like, okay, now we might be on to something here. And
Well, he was number 3 though, so
right, but the Shield kind of took more
They
time.
were taking,
on
yeah,
Ziggler.
that took a while.
They were being more. We used the word methodical just
Yep.
a moment ago. A little more methodical on Ziggler, and Ziggler looked. Ziggler always looks great, but he looked awesome in this because he eventually started fighting back, cleaning house, drop kicks, hit a famouser on I think Rollins.
Yeah.
And was looking good. He eventually clotheslined, I believe, Ambrose out of the ring and went out with him. And then as he tries to get back in the ring, gets kicked by Rollins and then speared on the
Spear
outside by Reigns, where like part of like the side of his body hit the barricade.
Yeah, it's like arm and left side, just left flank hit the guardrail. But that was better than Miz at WrestleMania, getting concussed in the middle of his match. That was not cool.
So then Reigns gets back in the ring, and Ziggler is counted out. Number 4 is Kofi.
SOS.
And honestly, at this point, I'm trying to think, why have they not gone to commercial yet?
Yeah.
I was waiting for a commercial break because I told you guys, watch during the commercial break is when Zack Ryder and Justin Gabriel get their turn.
Right.
We've had 2 more eliminations.
If you had the WWE app, you would have watched Zack Ryder and Justin Gabriel get pinned.
Zack Ryder and Bad Jacket Justin just got kicked out. What?
But we haven't had that yet. So 4 is Kofi. Reigns tries to like spear him on the outside right from the get-go, and Kofi like jumps over him.
Yeah.
And then starts going after
Got a lot
Ambrose
in.
and Rollins.
Yeah.
Got a lot of offense.
Got a quick shine in.
Even then, Reigns got back in the ring and hit the Trouble in Paradise on him. First guy to really go for a cover in his match. Michael Cole is going nuts. Like, oh my God, Kofi's gonna do it. Kofi's gonna no, not so much.
Andy
They
with
always do that for
Ambrose
Kofi.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But he's so exciting.
He's excited.
Well, he is exciting.
Jumps
Let's be fair.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Imagine
after they
him.
broke up the cover, they're just clubbing away him on the mat. And then Ambrose picks him up, hits his front DDT because they don't have a better name for it yet.
Do you cringe saying that front
I
DD2?
cringe saying front DDT.
I just said front DD2.
I
Sorry.
Can I just start calling it the denial on my own?
Yeah, just do it.
Okay.
All right, Ambrose hit the denial for the win.
Just do it. Maybe it'll pick up.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hashtag denial. We have so many hashtags on this show.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We're like the
Rosebuds.
hashtag king.
Number
Roman
5, RVD. It's like, okay, well, you're throwing the heavy hitters from that group that made the save
At the top.
Yeah.
all in a row here.
Mm-hmm.
Putting them in.
RVD is dominating. He is taking out all 3 guys. Reigns is out of the ring. He hits a double rolling thunder onto Ambrose and Rollins. He is climbing the rope to hit the 5-star frog splash on Ambrose. All of a sudden, Triple H's music hits. Literally out of nowhere. We're like, what is this?
What's going on? Yeah.
Triple H is storming down to the ring in his best Vince McMahon impression.
What's going on here?
And RVD looks up at him while that's happening, and in doing so, Rollins pushes him off the top rope into the barricade, and Triple H yells, wave off the match. This match is over. We're stopping this now. Vickie, get to the back with me.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm loving this Triple H character, because he's yelling at the people that the crowd hates too.
Right.
Like, he's just going after
He went after everybody.
everyone.
He doesn't care.
You want to talk about power hungry. So the match abruptly ends about halfway through the gauntlet. And Triple H is just yelling at Vickie, why would you do this? And Vickie's like, I thought it'd be best for business. I thought this was a great idea. And Triple H breaks it down exactly how he should.
Yeah, it was perfect.
He's like, look, 10 guys got angry at me on Raw. And you're going to like entice that anger by throwing them in this Gauntlet match. Feed the beast. So what's going to happen with that? Then there's going to be 10 more guys that get angry at us for doing that. And then 10 more until you have a full revolt against everything. You can't do this. So this is what we're going to do now in the interest of fairness and for fun competition. Our main event tonight, we will have a 6-man tag match. The Shield, who have already wrestled 5 guys.
Right. Okay. But it's fair. Sure.
They're going to wrestle again in a 6-man tag match against the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles, the Usos, who won that spot on Raw, and the number 1 contender for the WWE. Well, not number 1 contender, I guess, because the title's vacant. Or in abeyance, as he said on Raw. And Daniel Bryan. Laying down the law. Got a fun 6-man tag for our main event now.
I was ready.
You
Yeah.
ready?
I was ready. I was ready to go straight to it at that point.
You were ready to leave your comments and feedback on
Yeah.
what you thought about
I
that?
just wanted to go straight to that match.
You just completely missed my little gift there for
You
a
want to
segue.
Yeah,
be
I
beeline
did, but I
that.
didn't.
Okay.
But I don't. My notes went off.
notes didn't
for a
have
second,
that?
so I didn't. I couldn't
Okay,
see.
let's try it again. Take two.
Now I
Hey,
can go.
Rome, you liked about those comments and feedback. You want to leave comments and feedback about that, right? Just say yes.
You can do that on
iTunes. Wow, that was so smooth. So smooth.
Yeah.
You can go to iTunes and rate, subscribe, and leave us that 5-star rating and tell everyone about the wonderful world of AfterBuzz. And you can find out the schedule of the shows by going to the upgraded AfterBuzzTV.com. And more importantly, on top of all of that, between the 5-star subscribe, leave the comments, all that fun stuff. Hey, you know that great movie Serial Buddies with Maria Menounos
Yes.
and Christopher Lloyd
Yes.
and Arden Lang
Yes.
and Kathleen Lee Gifford?
Yes.
How it's
Christopher
hilarious.
Lloyd, the professor.
The Professor. How you've been able to, download it off iTunes. You can now also get it on Amazon. You can get it on Netflix. You can get it at Target. And there are like a bunch of like it's all over the place. You can get it everywhere.
Did you just go Netflix, Amazon Instant Video, and then Target?
Well, like if you wanted to buy it at Target, you
Okay.
can buy it.
I know, but it's a physical copy though.
Yes.
The others were all digital.
This is true.
What about Best Buy?
I don't know. There's a list of tons of places
There's a
to
list
buy
of
it.
places. Well, go
But
check.
it's
go get
all
it.
over the place now, so there are even more options than just iTunes to pick it up. So make sure if
Cool.
you haven't seen it yet, do it. That just happened.
The more you know.
The more you know. Now another recap from Raw of Dusty Rhodes. So
Take it away.
So-
Yes, baby.
I think Corey and I should just let Rome do this
The
entire
people-
segment.
Oh, really? You want me to do the whole
I think you
thing?
should. Just give us the recap of what happened on
The
Raw.
peoples,
between
I
Dusty
came
Rhodes.
out, Stephanie McMahon gave me the opportunity to come out in the ring on Monday Night Raw. And I came out in front of all the peoples to see what was going on. And Stephanie finally came out and offered me a horrible deal.
It was a Bed Bath & Beyond gift card.
Yeah, I know, but then, see, I was out there trying to get the stuff straight for my two boys.
She offered a contract, one for Cody or
Yes.
one for Goldust. Only
Yeah.
one.
No, see, that's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. This American Dream Dusty Rhodes. You can make some space for both my boys in the company. I bet you Tully Blanchard and them 4 horsemen was behind this. I tell you. Dallas Sportatorium. First blood. Oh, sorry. Get a little
My
carried
ears
away.
just exploded from that.
Aw.
Get a little carried away sometimes when we're doing the Dusty Rhodes.
So then Dusty Rhodes then had the choice of being destroyed by the Shield or
They-
being knocked out by the
They
Big Show.
bring
Ah.
these 3 gentlemen in all black, and they all had black chairs, and they stood behind me, and then they put the largest athlete I've ever seen in my life next to Andre the Giant in front of me, and they told him to knock me out. So I said, hey, big man, do what you got to do, babies. Just do it.
I don't know if he said that, but up until that, well done. Well done.
I was just, riffing.
That was, I couldn't tell. I thought you had that all written down.
Yes, babies.
So yeah, so that's what happened with Dusty Rhodes on Raw, as told by Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, but yeah, Dusty comes in from time to time.
Yes, but now that he was like involved on TV, it's like, all right, this. Has to happen.
I knew it. As soon as I saw it, I said, they're going to make me do Dusty again. I knew it.
And we go back.
Shout out to Big Vito, by the way, from an old.
Vito?
Yeah, who also used to do Dusty, but I think mine's a little bit better.
Oh. Maybe one day we can get Big Vito on here and have a contest.
Well, I think he lives in Florida, so
He can call in. He can call
We're
in.
gonna have to get him to call in.
Yeah,
and
you
we
got a
can
phone
have
call,
a
Dusty.
Dusty off.
All right, Vito, the challenge has been issued by Mr. Romore.
Yeah, him and I forgot the guy that used to host their thing. It's not in existence anymore, but I know his name was Brian. They had a podcast years ago.
Okay, Big Vito and Brian.
Yeah, he's known in wrestling circles from years ago, but I can't remember the actual name.
Thank you
I'll
for
remember
that.
it later.
Thank you for that.
As
was
we
very
go,
enlightening.
I remember. I didn't know if I should give the
I love those
name
kind of
for the old
responses.
podcast, but I didn't want to give, because if they're still running,
Hey,
we're the better show. So,
Very true. But let's talk about something that's very important here.
Yes, what is very
Because-
important.
We were at first word that Zack Ryder and Justin Gabriel, their matches were going to be during the commercial break.
Yeah, we
Then
were
when the match got stopped, we're like, they're not even going to let him be on
not
TV.
going to make the show.
But who do we have backstage with Triple H?
Those two.
Zack Ryder and Kevin Gabriel with no bad jacket.
No jacket. He didn't
Zack
have the jacket
Ryder
on.
looks-
He has not had that jacket for a while.
Because he listens.
So let's
They listen to us.
let's take away the bad jacket, Justin.
Well, he did.
And let's take it away. Let's take it away.
Nah, I'm not sure.
All
I'll
right.
make
No,
sure
it's got to
gone
go at
first.
least 6 months without
Yeah.
it before we can take it
Before we
away.
can say that.
Tough critics over here.
Told you that was a bad jacket.
It was a terrible
I
jacket.
liked that jacket. I did.
Why are you whispering?
You have a microphone in front of you.
I know. I liked that jacket.
Well, Triple H is backstage with Gabriel and Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder looks jacked.
Yeah, he
All of a sudden, he's like, oh, he's been working out.
and tanning.
And
In
tanning.
the gym. Hey, gym tan laundry, baby.
There you
GTL.
So Triple H was apologizing to them for the stuff on Raw, and Zack Ryder was like, "It's okay, bro," and
And
pats
you
him
know.
on the back.
Yeah, you know. It's
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Triple H is like, "Well, actually, guys, I actually have a match for the two of you," and the two of them look just like shocked. Like, wait, you mean we don't have to send catering the rest of the show? You actually, we're actually going to go to the ring on SmackDown.
On SmackDown. You're
For-
going to be on
for a
camera.
match?
Yeah. Put on your stuff.
We're game. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we were game too.
We were like, cool. And as soon as we said cool, we're just like, wait a minute. So it's not
Exactly.
the Shield.
Nope.
Who dat?
It's not the Real Americans because we saw them.
No.
And as soon as we said it's not the real Wyatt. We're like, before we even finished the Real Americans, like, it's got to be Wyatt's. Who else is going to be Wyatt's? who else would do it? Unless it was Los Matadores.
Yeah, yeah. I think I want to hear the theme song right now. That's how much I love the Wyatt's theme song.
Oh, I thought you meant Los Matadores.
No. Like I said, Los Matadores, it would have, then, Zach and Justin could have won.
They maybe. They might have
That's
had
kind of like a
chance.
push
They
there.
might have a chance.
But Wyatt,
But yes, but as we thought, as soon as we went to commercial, they took on the Wyatts. And shockingly, the Wyatts absolutely destroyed
yes.
them.
There's that
And there's the
music.
music in
Yes.
perfect timing because anytime Bray Wyatt cuts a promo and I get to do a show about it,
You have to
I
do
need
it
the
with
music to play and
I know.
read his promo.
You get so excited.
Quiet, please.
So after Rowan and Harper destroyed Gabriel and Ryder, Bray Wyatt comes in the ring, hits the Sister Abigail on Zack Ryder, and grabs the mic. When Bray Wyatt makes a promise, he always keeps it. So they're gonna keep lining them up right here for us. And I promise, we will keep on putting them down. All for you, Abigail. Follow the buzzers. Just so short, so sweet, but just so powerful.
Follow the buzzards.
We were just talking about Jake Roberts earlier.
Yeah.
Wyatt doesn't have to yell either.
No, he doesn't raise his voice, and the few times that he does,
It works.
perfectly
It makes sense for him.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense for him to do it.
Yeah.
God, I love this.
I love everything about these guys.
I love
There's
the entire gimmick.
there's nothing I can nitpick
Yeah.
at all about the Wyatts.
I have nothing. I love everything about this gimmick.
My only thing is, like, when are they going to start with a feud? When is one of them going to win a title?
Yeah.
Because
You gotta
they
give it
can.
time.
Yeah.
They don't need to,
Yeah.
but it makes perfect
You
sense
have
for
to
them
give
to
it
have
time. I remember when The
Yes.
Undertaker first arrived in the WWF at the time, and it was the same way.
Were you going to make The Undertaker the Intercontinental Champion?
No.
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 No, he needed to be exactly where he was until he got to the championship.
Yeah.
And that was what we knew it would happen for him, and it's gonna happen.
And that's why I've said kind of when this premiered out of NXT and onto WWE TV, I was saying Wyatt's going to be the guy to face Undertaker at this year's Mania or next year's Mania.
Yeah,
Like
Makes
WrestleMania
sense.
30.
yeah,
It's either gonna be Cena or Wyatt.
yeah. No, it's got
One or the other.
Yeah.
I
think-
hope it's Wyatt. I hope it's Bray, because they've already taken out Kane, but Taker, that's a ready-made storyline.
Mhm.
Cena and Taker, it's the
Well, 'cause you also have
streak
Kane in
versus- Yeah, you'd have Kane.
It's all
involved.
built in.
If you went Cena, it's the 10-year face of the company champion, yada yada, versus
The streak.
versus the streak. But in this situation, these characters actually work well
Yeah.
together.
They do. I mean, and I can see why undefeated until Mania. Then,
Yeah.
with that.
If they give him the right push leading up to Mania, that is going to bring in the casual viewer. Like I would immediately plunk down. I mean, it's WrestleMania, so obviously I am. But
Yeah.
if I was not the regular wrestling watcher, I would definitely throw down my $64.95 or however much it's going to cost for the HD feed of WrestleMania to watch that.
Yes, and we go from that great thing to what I think was probably the most confusing segment of the show for logistic reasons. Logistic regions.
We did
and
come out of a
regions.
region. Yeah,
They came out of the Cincinnati region for this reason. RVD is being looked at by a trainer in the back for after his spill that he took in that match with the Shield. Triple H comes into the training room, checks on RVD, apologizing for Vickie putting them in that match.
He's making his rounds of apologies.
He's making his rounds. He's being good?
Fair?
Fair?
I don't know.
Because then he's like, you know what, RVD, at Battleground, you're getting the rematch against Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title because you've deserved it.
You deserve it.
And RVD kind of looks at him surprised and like, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
We then watch Triple H walk out the door of the training room.
RVD follows him with his eyes.
RVD follows him with his eyes.
Which is
From the other side of the training room, Del
or like
Rio.
doctor room.
Whatever.
Did
Doctor
you
room.
just say doctor room?
Yeah, well, it looks like a doctor room because there was like charts in the back and like a doctor bed.
Trainers have that stuff.
Anyway,
yeah,
go
it's
on.
a training room.
All right, I didn't know that.
You just interrupted me during the whole joke of this part.
Welcome to my world, okay?
The whole part of this that's hilarious.
All right,
you just
go.
cut off.
Go.
So then Del Rio runs in from behind somehow and beats the crap out of RVD. How did Del Rio get in the room if we see the door right there?
Secret window.
Is there two doors to the training room?
Technically,
Maybe.
when the camera came around, we saw that there
was like another
a second door, but it
little
was
door there?
directly in front of RVD, which still makes no sense because he got attacked from the other side. So,
Right. So
yeah.
the only way this could make sense, based on what we saw, was when RVD is looking at Triple H walk out the door. He is so glued to it that his peripherals do not see Del Rio sneak through that middle door
round the
and
cameraman.
move around to the right side.
Which isn't believable
And
because he's
attack.
huge.
Yeah, that's true. What I think was
Maybe even you hear footsteps or a door squeak.
I think Del Rio was getting an ankle or wrist taped or something, and he didn't know RVD was in the room.
They had like the curtain
It was
separating
like a curtain
them.
or something.
He
And
was
then
like-
oh, you're here, and that's the only thing I can come up with because it made no sense.
I was like, why did that? Couldn't you have him suddenly come through that same
Yeah,
door?
the same door.
Already looks at him and then looks back at the trainer, and then Del Rio comes in.
WWE didn't have a continuity director. There's nobody watching the continuity, so just go with it.
I'm sorry, but
Suspension of belief.
it's those weird things.
Well, yeah, because
That
it
make
was
you
kind
scared.
of. It's like, wait, he was in the room,
Like-
obviously.
Like when they like go to dressing rooms or things like that, or they're in like the general manager's office, and the camera's back enough so you would see what you would think would be the ceiling, but it's just an open
Just
space.
Right.
yeah,
Alright.
it's the facade.
Yeah. That led to R-Truth versus Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah,
That match happened.
Yeah.
What's up?
R-Truth's gimmick stuck.
What's up with R-Truth?
His gimmick is stuck in '93,
But
man.
think about this. We had Zack Ryder, Justin Gabriel, and R-Truth, and the Usos,
Yeah.
and Santino. They all competed on SmackDown this week.
I can understand 3 of those. A couple others, not so much.
But it's just like, wow, we're getting everyone this week apparently on SmackDown.
Well, did Justin
which
Gabriel
is good.
and-
Which is good.
Do you consider Ryder and Gabriel competing on SmackDown or
I'm sorry.
participating?
Well, they've
The
got
bell-
some time, so.
The bell
Yeah.
rang. Zack Ryder's music played, and their name came across the bottom.
So they participated.
I
They
mean,
were on the show.
we have not
There you
seen Zack Ryder in eons.
Yeah, that's
so-
true. And obviously he's been in the gym for
I mean, he
eons.
wasn't even on main event for a while.
No, like he's been off
Oh.
main
Yeah,
event.
he's been off everything.
you know.
Yeah.
Can't even
but
get a total diva shout out.
didn't he walk by at some point?
Yeah.
Maybe he had a blurred face.
Like Sheamus.
So great.
But yeah, R-Truth Del Rio. I mean, it wasn't a bad match or anything, but we found it hilarious that while R-Truth is coming to the ring rapping, everyone in the front row is on their phones texting.
Yeah, they would text.
Yeah.
And so they go to one drunk guy literally in the very back
Drunk
row
guy, section 330 at the top.
who is standing up there dancing whatever the hell he was trying to do to R-Truth's music. Oh, here's the cue. It's like look for someone dancing along. Look, anyone?
Yeah,
you
no,
got someone?
it's-
Got someone?
Look
I
up.
found one guy. Where is he? Top row. Like top row. What section? No, the top row.
Yep. No
And then-
lights up there.
It's
just-
like, all right, shoot him, and they shoot him for a sec. No, get rid of him. No,
yeah,
no.
It's all dark. The guy's just up there dancing. You just see his shirt.
Does anybody in the chat approve of that guy's dancing?
They're
That
not
one
talking
drunk
about
guy?
that. We're actually talking about Cesaro, to be honest with you.
Wow. They,
Sorry.
Why are
okay.
you distracting them?
No, they distracted me. They asked me what's my favorite wrestler. And
wow.
Cesaro.
Yeah,
Well, then clearly they're
really.
just joining
They're
us. So
just-
welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome, new Rosebuds. Join the garden.
Really? Join the garden.
Join the garden.
You know, I got to give a shout out to, I believe it was Michael on my Twitter. He hashtagged mine, the Roman Army. So I gotta
You
go-
like the Roman Army?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
I like
yeah.
that. Okay.
I
Fine one for me.
I had someone tweet me this morning saying I was a Rosebud, but then I found out about Kathy Kelly, and now I'm a hashtag pastry chef. I'm like, thanks, buddy.
Classic.
Main event time: Shield versus Daniel Bryan and the Usos. Fun match.
Yeah.
I mean, the Shield worked their butts off literally
All night.
like all
They
night
were
long.
the show.
They were the whole show. It was nice. It was one of those 6-man tags where you had 2 hot tags. Jimmy had the first one, and then they eventually caught up to him and beat him down, including a huge clothesline by Roman Reigns that Jimmy sold
Yeah.
fantastically.
He was up on his neck.
Yeah.
Perfect sell.
And then they get the hot tag to Daniel Bryan, who does his usual hot tag stuff, which is always entertaining to watch.
Oh, yeah, because it's there and here.
He's
and
just so quick.
Knees and kicks and
Knees
feet
and kicks
flying.
and chops and
Yeah.
everything. Then we got like your high flying chaos for end the match. Jey Uso flies over the top rope. Then Seth Rollins like, no, I can do one better, and I'm gonna flip over the top rope.
Yep.
And then it left Daniel Bryan and Ambrose alone in the ring.
Well, both Usos went across the top.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah, you got to
Forgot-
give Jimmy
I
a
forgot
shout
you,
out,
Jimmy.
man.
Yeah.
He did something.
Well, Jay's the one who's rarely been doing stuff lately, and he.
I get them
and he got-
confused. I'm sorry. They look the same to me. I know the tattoo thing, but I still get them confused.
They
that-
look the same to you?
Well, the twins.
That's
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're just going to move on.
Anytime the
Yeah.
Usos are on TV, my only mission is try to look at the chest, see whether or not it has a tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Jay. Okay, that's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Good.
You got it. Boom.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan eventually in exchange with Ambrose, he hits what's still just called the running knee,
Yep.
and they're saying that's what he used to pin Cena. That's what he used to pin Orton. They're saying that while the ref is counting to
Yeah.
3,
Mm-hmm.
not just count along with the ref or anything
Yeah.
like that.
No. They have to say he hit. They have to name everyone he's hit with the knee.
Yeah.
And for now, we're calling it the knee.
The running knee.
The
Yes.
running knee. That'll work.
And Daniel Bryan and the Usos end SmackDown as the victors. And they celebrate with the crowd doing the yes chant.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And it just dawned on me as we were finishing up, how we were talking about how like we saw like everyone tonight at SmackDown. Oddly enough, we did not see Sandow, who's
No
the Money in the
Sandow.
Bank holder.
Yeah.
And we didn't see Big Show, who's involved in
Yeah,
all
that's
of
true,
this.
huh?
Big Show's still kind of
Point.
messed up about Monday.
Oh, of course.
still didn't feel
I
well
mean,
about it?
he
who
still
else
didn't feel
Maybe
good.
still at
Yeah,
the
they hit
hospital
that.
bed with Dusty.
Yeah, he's there.
Well, what did Dusty say
Him and
to Big Show
Goldust.
when he came to?
Oh man, Dusty, has he woken up yet?
Gosh, how bad would I feel hitting Dusty?
You don't worry about the babies. Don't bring me some Jack Daniels.
All right, so what will we give match of the night for this?
Oh man.
I'm going with the Gauntlet, hands down. I
yeah,
love
the
the
Gauntlet
Gauntlet.
was.
And I love the
hilarious.
shock of how it got cut short. Even though the 6-man tag was really entertaining as well.
Yeah.
There's an 11-on-3 gauntlet. What the hell was that?
Who comes up with this idea?
Yeah.
But they're
It
getting
never
ready for
ended though,
Battleground.
unfortunately.
Say it again?
We didn't get to see the end of it. Or like
No,
the way through.
but I like the shock in the sudden, because the match, it started about 5 till the end of hour 1.
Yeah.
And we're saying, like, if they spaced it right, this could go
This
the
could work.
rest of the
Yeah,
show.
it's the rest of the show. They could have.
And that would have been match of the year worthy
Yeah.
if they did that. But yeah, I'm going with Gauntlet. What are you guys doing with?
I would go with the last match.
The
You
6
going
man?
with the
Yeah.
Usos?
I honestly, I am very entertained by the Divas recently, but they don't give them enough time in the ring, so I would give it the last match.
They could have used an extra backstage segment
definitely
since
could've.
it was the first match of the night. They could have maybe just had AJ backstage at the middle of the
Yeah.
show. For
Yeah, they
something
just
else.
had like a quick like a video of her saying, "This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take them all out." And
I like
we'll
those
start it.
little promos.
But
little
I would like to
15-second
see
promos.
more of the Divas because
Yeah,
they're
but-
getting a lot more exciting.
But we want to see more of them throughout the show. They just had
Yeah.
that one segment at the beginning and then nothing the rest of the show.
Yeah. Me, as much as that was a 5-star classic between Ryback and Nick.
That's
Nick
true.
Nardone,
That's true.
or Nardone, whatever.
Nick
it was.
Nardone,
Yeah.
future
As
Hall of
great
Famer.
as that was, and I did like the 11-on-3 gauntlet.
Loved that.
Mhm.
But for the night, I'm going.
Our truth.
No,
No, what are you nuts?
no, I'm going with my babies.
Going to Divas.
I'm going with AJ and Naomi.
See, I would have said that too,
Just
but
for
it was
that
just
outfit.
too short.
Just for that outfit.
You said the
was
6-man
so-
tag. Just now
Yeah.
he said it.
No,
You're
I
trying
said
to go
it.
back.
No, I'm not going back. I'm saying I would have
And
said
I'm
that
done
too,
reading my
but too
notes,
short.
so I'm going to take Rome's.
It's too short.
I
I'm going to
got,
get the shades
I
back
got
on.
AJ and I got Naomi in the same match with that outfit.
With
Oh,
the new Naomi outfit.
Easy.
AJ's usual
Easy
outfit.
to please.
oh,
Easy
nah,
to
nah,
please.
nah, I'm hard to please.
Clearly.
It's not like I'm putting Oksana out there.
That's another thing I was gonna
She
point
got
out.
a haircut.
Was I think
Yeah.
that
I like it.
Oksana's outfit is trying to have the same kind of effect that Naomi's outfit has, but it didn't work for her. That's the thing. Okay.
I don't think
Well,
their outfits
she-
are anything
I don't.
like.
No, well, they both have like that one piece, and then the only thing is like Oksana has less holes.
Oksana don't have that body.
Well, that too.
That booty.
What was
I
that?
said it
he
as
said it.
white as I can.
He said
I
it.
said
Say it
it.
again. Say it again.
That booty.
Yeah, he did. One more time.
Booty.
Booty.
I love it. I love it.
All right, so that's wrapping up SmackDown for this week. In the meantime, before we come back and rejoin you all next week, Rome, where can people find you?
Rome the Ruler on Twitter and Wednesday night.
We'll both be there.
Yep, me and you, Brian Kendricks, Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah. you
I'll be
can-
wrestling.
I'll be commentating.
And I'll hang out.
Hey, Kaori will be there hanging
I'll
out.
hang out. So
Having
yeah,
drinks.
come join us
Yeah.
at BW. All right, guys. You can find me at KAORIOUS, Kaori.
All right. And you can follow me, along with all the rest of my rosebuds, at CRosieVOC. Join that garden.
And
Like-
they love the glasses.
You love the glasses. Thank you. I love them as well. Maria Menudos like them too.
Me,
So-
not so
Hey,
much.
Maria.
Oh.
You're building a garden and I'm building an army.
There you go. Hey, that's
What about
fine.
me?
That's fine.
I'll find out.
We gotta
Roman
think of some,
army.
think of tweet Corey something.
We got to
to
get
name
our
her
name.
fan base.
I'm hashtag the Roman Army. He's
Hashtag Rosebuds.
Rosebuds.
The
We got to get her
Cesarettes?
something.
No.
Oh, no.
So, and yeah, and like Rome said, this Wednesday night at Huntington Park, Wrestling Pro Wrestling, he'll be wrestling, I'll be commentating, and it's actually Ryan Morrow's Club from Monday Night Raw's AfterBuzz, his birthday, and he's wrestling in the main event against Joey Ryan.
Yep.
So if you want to watch him get his ass kicked by Joey Ryan, go there this Wednesday. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. For Rome Moore and Corey Takee, I'm Christian Rosenberg. See you next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Roll Tide.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.